to each and everyone. So I am going to report. It's all about the country of Israel. So today we will be going to learn the background, geography, government, and the people of Israel. Let us talk about the history and the background of Israel. So we all know the fact that Israel is not new to all of us, especially for those people who are fond of reading the Bible. Israel contributed much to the life of Jesus Christ and to his apostles. Now, let us unlock on how the Israel got its name, freedom, and how they run their government.
So, background of Israel. So, the state of Israel was declared in 1948 after Britain withdrew from its mandate of Palestine. So, the UN proposed partitioning the area into Arab and Jewish states, and Arab armies that rejected the UN plan were defeated. So, Israel was admitted as a member of the UN in 1949 and saw rapid population growth, primarily due to migration from Europe and Middle East over the following years. So, Israel fought wars against its Arab neighbors in 1967 and 1973. So, followed by peace treaties with Egypt in 1979 and Jordan in 1994. So Israel took control of the West Bank and Gaza Strip in the 1967 war and subsequently administered those territories through military authorities. So Israel and Palestinian officials signed a number of interim agreements in 1990s that created an interim period of Palestinian self-rule in the West Bank and Gaza. Israel withdrew from Gaza in 2005. So while the recent formal efforts to negotiate final status issues occurred in 2013 and 2014, so the US continues its effort to advance peace. Immigration to Israel continues with 28,600 new immigrants, so mostly Jewish in 2016. So the Israeli economy has undergone a dramatic transformation in the last 25 years, led by cutting-edge high-tech sectors. So offshore gas discoveries, Mediterranean, most notably in the Tamar and Leviathan gas fields, place Israel at the center of potential regional natural gas market. So however, longer-term structural such as low labor force participation among populations, so low workforce productivity, high cost for housing and consumer staples, so and the lack of competition remain a concern for many Israelis and an important consideration of Israeli politicians. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has led the Israeli government since 2009. He formed a center-right coalition following 2015 elections. So in December 2018, the Knesset voted to dissolve itself, leading to an election in April 2019. So when the election failed to result in formation of a government, Israel held a second election in September 2019, which also failed to result in the formation of a government. So, on December 11, 2019, the Knesset voted to hold a third election on March 2, 2020. So, to the geography of Israel. Location of Israel is in the Middle East, bordering the Mediterranean Sea between Egypt and Lebanon. So, map preferences, Middle East, country comparison to the world, 153. Area comparative, slightly larger than New Jersey. The area of Israel was 21,937 square kilometer. The land, 21,497 square kilometer, while the water is 440 square kilometer. Land was the biggest part of their country. So the coastline, 273 kilometer. Let's proceed to climate temperate, hot and dry in the southern and eastern desert areas. So natural resources, timber, potash, copper, natural gas, phosphate rock, magnesium, and clays and sand. Talk about the people and the society. So the population of Israel was 8,675,475. So includes populations of the Golan Heights or the Golan Sub-District and also East Jerusalem. So which was by Israel after 1967. Nationality, Israeli or Israelis. So languages. So Hebrew, muna ang These are their official language. So Arabic, special status under Israeli law. So English, most commonly used foreign language. So let's proceed to the ethnic groups. So Jewish compromises 74.4%, while the Arab 20.9% and 4.7% for the other minimal groups. Government of Israel. So country name. Conventional long form, State of Israel. Conventional short form, Israel. Long local form, Medinat Yisrael. Local short form, Yisrael. So etymology. Named after the ancient kingdom of Israel according to biblical tradition. So the Jewish patriarch Jacob received the name Israel after he wrestled an entire night with an angel of the Lord. Jacob's 12 sons became the ancestors of the Israel, also known as the 12 tribes of Israel who formed the kingdom of Israel. Government type of Israel. So, parliamentary democracy. That was their government type. So, the capital of Israel was Jerusalem. Administrative divisions, there are 6 districts: the Central, the Haifa, Jerusalem, Northern, Southern, Tel Aviv. National holiday is the Independence Day, May 14, 1948. So note, Israel declared independence on May 14, 1948, but the Jewish calendar is lunar and the holiday may occur on April or May. Suffrage, 18 years of age. Universal, 17 years of age for their municipal elections. The same is true with the Philippine government. Israel government also have 3 branches. The executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judiciary branch. So first, let us talk about the executive branch. The following positions of executive branch. So first, the chief of state or the president, now present, is the President Reuben Rivlin. So the second one is the head of the government or the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. So the cabinet. So their cabinet was elected by the Prime Minister and approved by the Knesset. So their election appointments. So President indirectly elected by the Knesset for a single 7-year term. Election last held on June 10, 2014, and their next election was this coming 21. Legislative election, the President, in consultation with the party leaders, tasked a Knesset member, usually with members of the largest party, when forming a government. The Philippines, which has bicameralism in the legislative, so Israel practices the unicameralism and they call it the unicameral Knesset. So what is with the unicameral Knesset? Unicameral Knesset is composed of 120 seats. Members directly elected in a single nationwide frequency by close list proportional representation vote with a 3.25% threshold to gain representation. Members serve 4-year term. Judicial branch. Position or the highest courts or the Supreme Court consists of Chief Justice and 14 judges. So judge selection and term of office. So judges selected by the Judicial Selection Committee consisting 3 Supreme Court judges, 2 cabinet members including the Minister of Judges as chairman, and 2 Knesset members and 2 representatives from Israel Bar Association. Judges can serve up to mandatory retirement at age of 70. So now let's proceed to the one in the symbol, their flag description. So white with a blue hexagram, pointed linear star as the Magen David, Star of David or Shield of David, centered between 2 equal horizontal blue bands near the top and the bottom edges of the flag. So the basic design resembles a traditional Jewish prayer shawl or talit, which is white with blue stripes. The hexagram of Israel. So military and security forces, Israel Defense Forces or the IDF, Ground Forces, Israel Naval Force includes commandos, Israel Air Force includes air defense. So Ministry of Public Security, Border Police. So note, the Border Police is a unit within the Israel Police with its own organizational and command structure. It works independently as well as in cooperation with or in support of the Israel Police and Israel Defense Forces. So one of the problem of the world is terrorism. So now let's talk about the terrorism of Israel. So terrorist groups, the Kahane Chai or the Kach, aims or expel Arabs from Israel, biblical lands, and ultimately restore the biblical state of Israel. So areas of operation, Israel and West Bank.
So I hope you've learned a lot from my topic today. So thank you for listening. God bless, keep safe, and mabuhay.